Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? My name is Blitz. We're going to come back at you with another WWE gameplay commentary video. And today we're going to be discussing the potential matchup between Feed Me More, the machine breathing and really creepy kind of stuff where he breathes, Rybak, and the leader of the C Nation, John Cena, and the former leader of the Chain Gang. And the potential between these guys going at it, because I think at this point, I mean, over the last month or so, we've definitely seen Rybak's character being catapulted into main event status, and definitely kind of see that that's where he's heading, whether we like it or not. The hardcore fans, I think, do not consider him a main event caliber player yet. I don't know if they ever will. I think that that really depends on how his character will be portrayed with the weeks to come. But you could definitely see that the regular crowd has definitely gone over, or Rybak has gotten over them, which is a term for basically being popular with the audience and the audience accepting him as a main event status guy, which means that now it's very easy to foresee a potential encounter between John Cena and Rybak, and you could definitely see it coming down the line, and I think that it's going to be actually sooner rather than later. I think that this is going to be one of those things that is imminent to happen. Whether we like it or not, it's gonna happen, and most likely will have some type of a championship involved in the process. I think that this feud would be something that is very similar to John Cena and Batista, where it was a matchup that a lot of people really wanted to see, and I think that the only reason it didn't happen earlier was simply because we had the roster changes were, well, the roster differences were more predominant, like in terms of SmackDown was SmackDown, Raw was Raw, and it was much more rare to see the two brands mixed up. Nowadays we see all the talents appearing on both shows, which is why I think that this feud of Rybak and Cena is going to happen sooner than we even expected to happen. I think it could be at Survivor Series, who knows, or maybe it'll be sometime next year. I can't fully kind of put my foot down on it, but I think that it would be very intriguing to see how they're going to address it, because I think you could go about it two ways, where, of course, considering both of these guys are good guys, it's going to be very difficult to do the type of match where they both respect each other, and, you know, they do the thing where, okay, where I'm dominant and you're dominant, so let's see who's the most dominant. Basically, that kind of approach to a matchup, which is kind of what they did with Batista and John Cena in their SummerSlam match, where they kind of, both of them, respected each other. But as they got closer to the match, you could definitely feel that Batista was kind of starting to go a little bit more on the bad guy side, addressing the idea of how Cena is getting more popular and all that, and gets more respect and all, and that kind of approach towards the storytelling component that was prominent between Cena and Batista. And I think that it's not something that they could even pull off fully between Rybak and Cena, because Batista still had a lot of experience under his belt. He had defeated Triple H, he had a huge feud with Randy Orton, a lot of different talents, so I think it really worked a little better. I think Rybak really cannot make that claim quite yet, which is why it's going to be very difficult for the WWE to put this match together, because you do need to have one of these guys go into the match as the bad guy, just due to the fact that not both of them are in the same point in their career. Like, Rybak is an up-and-coming dominant force. Cena has been dominant for a decade about now, you know, so it's going to be very intriguing to see how they're going to go about that, because of course, the comparisons that Rybak is always drawn to is Goldberg. Now, if you look back at Goldberg's career, he was never a bad guy, and he was never put to be a bad guy. And the reason for that, and the reason why I think that was, if you think about it, that character, the dominant powerhouse, does not work as a bad guy, in my opinion. The you know, the undefeated streak, that whole thing, it doesn't quite work as well to get over with the fans as when that character is a good guy. Like, for example, you look at Superman, let's say, right? Superman is loved by many, but his counter ego, who is the basically equivalency of all the powers that Superman has, is Bizarro, and Bizarro is not nearly as popular, like not even 1/100th as popular as Superman is. Why? Because I think that the audience has more of a appreciation and kind of believe in it more when that power is used for good. Let's put it that way. It sounds very cheesy, but that's what I think. The true fact is that there's a reason why Goldberg was never a bad guy, and the only time he really was maybe kind of considered a bad guy was actually in his last match between him and Brock Lesnar, where both of those guys were getting booed, and the only guy that was getting cheered is the special guest referee at WrestleMania, which was Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I think that the only reason he was getting booed is because most people knew that he was leaving. So it's going to be definitely intriguing from that point of view to see how they would book it. The other thing is that as far as how the match should go, I think the match should be very similar to how I have this gameplay going, where if you've been watching, of course, which you should have been, because it's freaking awesome. I honestly think that this is one of the coolest gameplays that I've ever captured, just because I think a lot of things go right here, especially considering I'm playing against the CPU. And that is a match where John Cena really kind of dishes out the punishment, and Rybak just keeps coming back, and then finally, after John Cena, let's say how here I've hit 3 attitude adjustments to finally finish the matchup. I think it's not a good idea to have Rybak tap out. That would really kill his momentum completely. And I think if you have John Cena hit him with multiple finishers, it will definitely help Rybak stay strong, as well as keep Cena strong and dominant within the WWE. That being said, I'd love to hear what you guys think about this matchup in the comment section below. Hit that like button, it really does help me out. Subscribe, share the video, favorite the video, and let me know if you even want to see this matchup happen in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. See ya later.